I'm back in one of my favorite cities, Kiev, Ukraine, and I'm at the airport now, and we know where we are because of this big, colorful airplane. And I'm here for the normal professional reasons. I'm here to do math, work with co-author, this sort of stuff. But this is the first time my mom is actually coming, and we're going to explore the city together. And you made it, all the way from Detroit. Awesome. We rested a bit, and we're going to be going to some really, really strange places. But for this, for sure. But for this video, we're just going to mostly see normal touristic stuff. I promise to put a couple things that are a little bit edgy. So we're going to have the top, I don't know, 10, 12 touristic places to take your mom. I'm not sure how many we're going to get to. The famous Zloty Vrota, or Golden Gates of Kiev. And usually there's someone playing some music here, but they're just setting up. And so mom has been involved in a lot of like theater and band and orchestra stuff in Detroit. So she actually specifically wanted to go here. Because
my Warren concert band friends sent me on a mission. They heard that I was going to Kiev and they said, "Oh, you have to see the Great Gate of Kiev." I said, "Well, I know there's Golden Gate of Kiev. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I went to Wikipedia and found out that it is." Yeah. So Yaroslav, this really big guy here, he founded this gate and this fortress that this is part of back in the 11th century sometime. And he's very famous for kind of a founder of Kiev. The reason why the band friends wanted me to see it is because we all have played, and orchestra friends too, we've all played the Great Gate of Kiev by Mussorgsky, a famous composer from the 19th century, and it was called Pictures at an Exhibition, and that was one of the pictures, was the Great Gate of Kiev.
We're at St. Michael's Domed Cathedral now, and this is definitely a cool place to go to, but I already covered this in another video of mine. But we're just going to take a little break, and there's a little surprise that I want to show Mom. It's going to be a bit of a change of pace.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we'll see what that is. Mom encountered a toilet paper babusha. So you pay for the bathroom, and then you take the toilet paper over here. Because there's absolutely none.
How much am I remember?
I don't know, I think it might be that Obohiv brand stuff.
That was my first squatty potty ever. There's like hardly any room for my knees.
Oh, there's a technique to it.
Yeah.
We don't have these in the U.S. And the little backstory is that, like, I've been inviting you to come to Ukraine for many years.
Yes,
I live in Poland, and you said no because of the toilets.
And you send me here. Thank you, Bill.
What do you think of this?
Yeah, I saw that this is a memorial to, it's the 2014, right?
Starting 2014 and going on.
Oh, wow. Look, yeah. I'm just looking at just so young.
Yeah,
Look
at them. See?
Someone's family.
Yep. So, obviously, I'm not saying this is a tourist destination, but you should still see this if you come here, because this is important to understand what's been going on.
This just keeps going on.
Yep.
There's so many. And that wasn't even a big war, 2014. That was a...
Well, it's been going on. So yeah, we still have 2014 here. We have the later years if we keep going.
2015, so that's how long it lasted?
Well, no, it's still going on. It's still going on.
Yeah.
People are still dying.
Oh.
One of the most touristic areas of Kiev. So this is Andreevsky's Descent, and you can see all the sort of stuff being sold. You got the matryoshkas, you got gas masks, you got refrigerator magnets. I don't know if you want the gas mask or refrigerator magnet more.
Gas mask. Yeah. That's what we're wearing all the time now anyways. Yeah.
Maybe when we go to Chernobyl, we'll pick up some from there.
Oh yeah, good idea.
So this is St. Andrew's Church. It was built more or less around 1750. I think they don't know like the exact date of it, but apparently was on really shaky grounds and it was closed for many years. So we're not going to be going to the churches as much now because we plan to go to Lavra, and I don't want to make the video just about churches. Winds back and forth and goes down to Podil. So I have the drone up now showing the way it's winding. Now, this place is nice now, but in February it's ridiculous because Kiev is actually very bad at cleaning up snow and ice. And I've personally fallen a few times in February going down this. That will be about $24 more or less. Uh-huh. Which one causes more damage? Which is more dangerous?
I don't need
Maybe
a
in
weapon.
Troyeshchina. We're going to Troyeshchina.
Force?
Sorry?
Force?
Fort?
Serce.
Yeah, it's heart.
Heart.
Heart. And
Heart.
Heart.
Heart. Yes.
This street is a very dangerous place for Mom. You see, we've barely even gotten anywhere down. Mom's already bought like a t-shirt, matryoshka doll, a scarf. She's fascinated with everything here. So we decided to stop in this Chernobyl tour place. So we're going to be heading to Chernobyl. And it turns out we can fly the drone, so that's going to be awesome. So Mom's excited about Chernobyl.
Yay, I'm excited. Wish me well.
And it's not that
Keep
high
me safe.
radiation. We found Church of Scientology in Kiev. We have a Dianetica, L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, I see his book. The
Yeah,
Dianetics book.
L. Ron Hubbard. Don't let them give you a personality test, even if Tom Cruise and John Travolta say to do so. Mom is really fascinated by cults.
Yes.
So we're hiding in the corner here. Scientology Center's out there. And we're going to fly the drone to get a closer look at the Scientology Center. Scientology Center saw us flying the drone around. See, I'm being a very bad influence on my mom right now, because right now we're just kind of pretending to get some drone shots. It's up there just kind of on the street, just in case someone comes out and they want to send Tom Cruise against us or something. So.
Or John Travolta.
We're at Pusata Hata, managing to order everything with minimal Russian-Ukrainian knowledge. So we're hungry, and we'll go back. We'll probably go to some funny place and not record it. And we'll continue going to some touristic places on another day. Mom and I are now in Metro Obolon, and we're going to go to the Dnipro River. And we're at this architectural beauty right here, along with a Valenka Kashenia, which is a little shady place if you go there late enough at night. And this place is kind of interesting because this actually used to be a children's area, and the malls have gotten so good that they actually moved the stuff out, and you can go to like Dreamtown and find some awesome stuff for kids. So we're going to go to the nice park and kind of in that direction. This is the Kayson Stalinsky Tunnel. And this place, it was originally intended to be made as a station to go underneath the Dnipro River before World War II, and then construction was stopped around the time of the war, and then it was never restarted when the war ended because it was considered not cost effective. And here we're on the Dnipro River, and we have this very nice park, this Park Natalka here. So it really kind of stands out here. In this place, they're actually doing something with it. I can't quite tell what they're doing with it exactly, but there used to be like a ton of graffiti and stuff there, and now it's actually like all painted over and something's happening with it. So we're going to go walk a little around the park and on the Dnipro River. So there's many other places where you can go to the river in Kiev, but I would say just this walk is a nice place to go, and this is definitely a place to take your mom in Kiev. And this is an area of Obolon that's much higher property values, and there's often a lot of people fishing and doing stuff. It's very active too. But I didn't realize how badly lit it was at night. So it's probably a little better to come here during the day. It's still a lot of people here. You still see there's a lot of activities and restaurants. A lot of people kind of sit on the edge of the water, and there's sometimes can be people fishing or just hanging out. We've made it from the river to the gym that I often go to when I come here. So we're gonna do a back day at Gym for You, back and bench. And you're gonna lift some heavy iron?
No,
Why not?
I'm tired.
All right. We are at the Kiev Pechersk Lavra, and we need to rush to see a few things today because I'm actually giving a math talk about my research at the National Pedagogical Dragomanov University, so we need to see a few things and kind of not be late for the talk. I've had this problem before. So
Lavra was founded around the year 1050 as part of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. And it existed like that for years until about the 1600s, when the Russians Orthodox Church wanted control. I saw on Forgotten History site that it was a bribe that changed it over to the Russian Orthodox Church. The Russians bribed Constantinople to get control of it, and from that point on, the Russian language, rather than the Ukrainian language, became the dominant language of this place. So then in the 1700s, there was more destruction. There was a big fire, and it was not sure how it started, but it's rumors say that Catherine the Great or Peter the Great might have been responsible because they were trying to get rid of some of the power of the church. And then another time of destruction was World War II, and there's also conflicting information that was it the Nazis or was it this retreating Soviets. So, and then after the war, eventually a lot of the things were reconstructed to its former glory.
We're going to try to get into the catacombs. It's not really clear what the regulations are, so we have a scarf.
I have a scarf,
Yeah.
but the skirt I think I need.
Who's buried here?
The monks over the centuries. In fact, the first monk buried here was from the 11th century.
Yeah. So Mom loves mummies and skeletons.
Oh
and
yeah,
zombies.
I just love it.
We've resolved the question with the scarf and scurf, and they're actually handing them out. We got to go return it. Mom is looking totally fashionable at the moment. People here are crossing themselves and kissing the coffins afterwards. It's a girl? Okay, you're welcome. Does she have a name?
I think no, but she had on her yellow color.
Yellow color. Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, so she's being taken care of, maybe?
I think yes.
Still very hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's to be good.
So we finished at Lavra, and natural thing to do after you go to Lavra is see the Motherland statue, which is pretty close. And so this statue was finished in 1981, and it is taller than the Statue of Liberty if you count just the statue itself. If you count the base, who knows, you can kind of argue it one way or another. And in Ukraine, there's been all these big decommunization laws, and they've been removing, Lenin statues, hammer and sickle symbols. And since this is a World War II monument, they have not removed the hammer and sickle. I think some people are trying to, but they still remain. We made it here to the monument, and this is hard to really describe in a video how cool and imposing this all is. It's really amazing. And there's a museum over there that's kind of been very inconsistently open. Sometimes I'm here, it's closed down for a couple of years, other times it's open. Mom and I were just about to head out, and we saw this here. Okay, Slava Gorodam. Oh, this is some sort, I think this is the hero cities of the Soviet Union. So there were 12 cities in the Soviet Union that were rewarded for their bravery on the eastern front of World War II. Or we have Moscow, Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, Volgograd, which I think was known as Stalingrad. I'm not sure why Leningrad has changed and not that one. Kiev in Russian, please no one roast me in the comments. That wasn't my choice to write it in Russian. Minsk, capital of Belarus, Odessa, Sevastopol, and so on and so on. We made it on time, I think, for my talk. We're at the National Pedagogical Dragomanov University, and Mom's taking photos. Добрий день. I'm often coming to Kiev to work with Roman, who does a similar sort of math to what I do. There's Mom again. And Roman's going to be visiting me in Poznan, and we have some paperwork to fill out to make sure this actually works so he can pay it for my grant. And then I'm going to give my talk. We put a discrete topology on a binary sequence. We're going to take product topology, discrete topology on 0, 1, take product topology. Not sigma 0, 3. Okay. If e's are going to infinity, then that's great. You're going to be ratio normal. I mean, your discrepancy is going to be a little worse, but who cares?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my God! Let's go.
Is he right? Is he right?
Oh no.
Hydro Park. Hydro Park. Jim.
Let's go.
Shilna. Blogger, yeah, YouTube. You.
Так давай поплоты, да.
Good. Bill's Aftermath.
Yo,
Do you
yes, money.
Yeah.
Вася, money.
What?
What? Let's go.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name? Василек.
Vasilio.
Yes.
I'm Bill.
Слышали?
Yeah.
He's Bill.
Yeah.
Я тебя не снимаю.
This is my mom, so she's visiting Ukraine.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking shit, right?
Fucking shit!
Maybe this will go-
fucking shit.
Exactly. I think this is the way. Metro.
Metro.
Yeah. I'm done with my math talk. Was that a Gopnik we were just talking to there? I'm not really sure. Someone help me with my stereotypes. We're in Hydro Park and we want to do a few more things today. And this is a really cool place. There's all kinds of random stuff. It's on an island. There's a really cool outdoor gym. We're going to go pump some iron before we head to Metro Lisova. And it's a weird place too. There's all kinds of beaches. There's a nudist beach, but I think nobody's actually nude here because
It's a little cold today.
yeah, it's a cool today too. But everyone tells me, oh, they've been there, and then they're not, you know. So I think it's more some grandstanding. So the next touristic place to take your mom when she visits Kiev is the outdoor gym to pump some iron. This place is cool. What do you think?
You're trying to kill me, aren't you?
So what do you want to try?
Nothing. What are you gonna make me try?
So oddly enough, this gym was co-founded by both a mathematician and a gymnast in the early 70s. And you can see just all kinds of random scrap metal and pieces were put together to make this. Coming from all kinds of, I don't know, tire. That's not quite a tire, it's more stone-like.
Yeah.
You got to make sure your elbows are protected when you do a preacher curl. Does that look like it's gonna...
I don't know. I have a question. Is this a babusha gym? I mean, can I do this? I'm a babusha, you know.
Probably you do a better job picking that up than me, I think. Don't try too hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. It's a bench press, right? Right.
I'll press the bench.
Yeah. So I actually saw people playing chess on this.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A picture a couple years ago. I think it's for arm wrestling, though.
Uh-huh.
We try that.
Chess, arm wrestling.
Same
No
thing, more or
difference.
less. Yeah. I mentioned to people in this city that I like this gym, and there's sometimes an attitude that this is, you know, okay, this is free, this is where poor people go, but I don't think it has anything to do with income even. Like, there's people here that just like this hardcore atmosphere. I mean, what, this is, I've seen some very expensive cars here, and I mean, I don't know, I'd rather be here than in some sort of fancy indoor gym. I was flying the
Is it
drone right
camera?
here. Yeah, this is this is camera. Look how little it is. Insta
Are you
360
okay
go
with being on
to.
YouTube?
Yeah, of course.
I'm a star.
We're at Lisova Bazaar, and what was your name?
Anna.
Anna. Okay, I understand. Anna was surprised that some of the stuff here could be interesting to a foreigner. So we want to go to
Yes,
Darynak.
Actually, I have never seen foreigners here. In our subway, we say Metro Lisova, and it's something new and special. I mean, foreigners speaking English. I'm going to visit some concert.
Oh, that's It's a what concert? Vremi, Steklo, Potapi Nastia.
Classical music. because
Okay,
my
that sort of
friend-
concert. Yeah.
Yeah, classical music because my friend.
Tina
is a-
Carroll. No.
You know.
Yeah, I do. This is the Lisova Bazaar. And we're going to go and we're going to head to Darynak also, but you can get all kinds of just random products here cheaply. You can go to all kinds of secondhand shops, get cheap secondhand clothing. I understand there's some hipsters that like the area sometimes just to get kind of cool vintage stuff. We're at Darynak now. Fancy painted outside area. And this place is really strange. This is like combination market, normal mall, and we're gonna go inside and see what we can find here. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
We're in Darynak. What is this here?
It's piano key staircase. Play it.
Oh, unfortunately, we had to do a voiceover for this part of the journey because there's a lot of copyrighted music playing in the background and I don't want a copyright strike. So this place, I think, was actually very interesting and exotic. You can see all these like market-like things, and there's small shops, and it's full of all this kind of funny stuff. And then it actually just kind of turns into a normal mall at some point. I don't know what you thought about it.
It was extensive. It went on and on.
Yeah, it's really, really big. So to people, locals, they say, oh, this is something boring. But I don't know. I think that people should say, hey, go to Darmstadt and look at something actually kind of different, especially if you're from the US. We are outside of Darmstadt, and I have a surprise for you. What do you think it is?
Dinner?
No, it said I'm trying to kill you. The abandoned mercury factory is actually right over there. Shockingly close to Darmstadt. We're a safe
my.
distance. This is unbelievable. So I'll link to a story about this, but there's a factory over here. It used to produce all kinds of things. I think it was for secret Soviet military stuff. And it's a huge toxic waste site. In the summer, there's all kinds of fumes, going up for mercury. They can measure it, and it's just super, super high. And that's literally just a residential area right over there. And there's a busy mall right there.
Right
By the busy mall.
Oh.
Okay. So let's say non-touristic place that you also do not want to visit is the abandoned mercury factory near Darmstadt. Fortunately, there's a guard there. I was saying we could try to bribe the guard to get in, but Mom said she would bribe the guard to keep me out.
Yes, I would.
Well, finally, after going to Darmstadt and the abandoned mercury factory, we're in an actually touristic place. So we're on Krshatik Street, and this is kind of the main stretch of the city, and they close down the streets on the weekend. So it's a weekday, and it is plenty busy, full of people walking around. This is really the part of Kiev that locals will say that you want to visit. They'll say never go to the end of the metro line or something because there's nothing there. And as we see, that's really not actually true, but this is also worth visiting. I think this is also the area that locals want people to think of, Ukraine when they see it. And I think it's nice, but also I sort of feel that limits your experiences. And here there's a lot of like street performers and things. Here we probably have the most touristic part of the city. That sign says "Ya lublю Ukrainu," so I love Ukraine. So we are on Maidan Nezalezhnosti, Independence Square. And of course, this is one of the last places to take my mom on the main tour. But this place is very beautiful. Nice hotel there. And this place has a very dark recent history though. And this is of course where the revolution happened, 2014, and more than 100 people here died. I don't want to get into this topic too much, but I'll put some links about what happened in the description. It's a little too late to buy it, but you can see Putin toilet paper is very much available. This is underground Maidan. I have some drone shots of there. We're not allowed to fly the drone in Ukraine at night. So from when I was there earlier during the day, so you can see kind of how it looks from the sky right now. We are nearing the end of our journey for this video. And this is the People's Friendship Arch. So this is another place you should take your mom when she's in Kiev. And this is to commemorate the friendship between Ukraine and Russia. And this was a gift by the Soviet Union. And of course, now those relations are not so good and haven't been for a long time. And you can see the crack up there symbolizing the break in the relationship. So I have some drone footage of this also from during the day. So I'm going to play this right now just because I think, it looks pretty nice. That's where we're going to end for today. Like, comment, subscribe, all this sort of stuff. I'm going to be going on many, many more adventures with Mom in Kiev. And I'll be going to Chernobyl and a bunch of other places. So be sure to stick around and see what else we do.